Hi everyone, this video will be about shifts in the supply curve. So let's get started. The first question says decrease in cost of production. Cost of production includes the expenses or the costs incurred in the production line. The input costs basically. When the input costs decrease, that means it's cheaper for the supplier to supply that particular product. It's cheaper for them to produce it and hence to supply it. As a result, supply will increase. That means there will be a shift to the right in the supply curve. The original price was P and the original equilibrium quantity was Q. Now there is a shift to the right from S to S1. This rightward shift will lead to a decrease in price. Now the equilibrium price will be P1. And at the same time, there is an extension in demand. Fall in price will lead to an extension in demand as well. What will happen to quantity traded? It will increase from Q to Q1. So overall, when there is a decrease in cost of production, producing that particular product will be cheaper for suppliers, so they can supply more. Increase in supply will reduce the equilibrium price and increase the equilibrium quantity traded. Question number 2, technological advancement in production process. Using advanced technology means I can be more productive in my production process. So the supply will increase. Therefore, there will be a shift to the right in the supply curve from S to S1. And when supply increase, the equilibrium price will decrease from P to P1. At the same time, there is an extension in demand because of the fall in price. What will happen to quantity traded? It will increase from Q to Q1. So the overall effect is, summing up, advancement in technology will make the production line more productive and effective. As a result, there will be an increase in supply. The rise in supply will lead to a fall in the equilibrium price and an increase in the equilibrium quantity traded. Moving on to the third question, government subsidies provided to producers. When the government provides subsidies, subsidies are benefits or grants provided by the government. When the government provides grants, it makes production cheaper, so supply will increase. Again, there will be a shift to the right in the supply curve from S to S1. This increase in supply will lead to a fall in equilibrium price from P to P1. And there is also an extension in demand because of the falling price. Also, there will be an increase in quantity traded. It will increase from Q to Q1. So what happened here was, when the government provided subsidies, supply increased, equilibrium price fell, and the equilibrium quantity traded increased. Fourth question, imposition of a new tax on production. Now, tax is a cost. It has the opposite effect of providing a subsidy. When taxes increase, the costs for the supplier will increase. As a result, supply will decrease. Therefore, you could see a fall in supply. There will be a shift to the left in the supply curve from S to S1. This decrease in supply will lead to an increase in equilibrium price from P to P1, as you can see here. And in this case, since it's an increase in price, there is a contraction in demand. Now, what will happen to quantity traded? It will decrease from Q to Q1. So repeating what we did, when taxes are imposed, it will become a cost for the suppliers, so they will supply less. The decrease in supply will increase the equilibrium price and decrease the quantity traded. The fifth question says an increase in the number of sellers in the market. Number of sellers, this is pretty straightforward. Let's say there are 10 chocolate suppliers in the market. If the number of chocolate suppliers increase to 20, then obviously the supply is going to increase. So there will be a shift to the right in the supply curve from S to S1. The increase in supply will lead to a fall in equilibrium price from P to P1. And the decrease in price here will lead to an extension in demand. Quantity traded will increase from Q to Q1. So what happened here was when the number of suppliers increased, supply increased, the supply in the market increased, and the equilibrium price fell, equilibrium quantity traded increased. The sixth question talks about a factor which we did not discuss before. Expectation of lower future prices for the good. So if the supplier expects the prices to fall in the future, selling those goods in the future will be less profitable. So right now what the supplier will do is they will supply more. That means the current supply will increase. There will be a shift to the right in the supply curve from S to S1. The increase in supply will lead to a fall in equilibrium price from P to P1. And the fall in price also leads to an extension in demand. On the other hand, there will be an increase in quantity traded. So again, if the suppliers expect the prices to fall in the future, they will find it more profitable to supply now than in the future. So supply will increase, the current supply will increase, equilibrium price will decrease, equilibrium quantity traded will increase. The last question, favorable weather conditions for agricultural products. Favorable. Let's say I'm cultivating corn. If the weather is good, then my harvest will be greater. So I can supply more corn. Supply will increase. There will be a shift to the right in the supply curve from S to S1. The rightward shift will lead to a fall in equilibrium price from P to P1. At the same time, there will be an extension in demand. What will happen to quantity traded? It will increase from Q to Q1. So simply put, when there is favorable weather conditions, the supply will increase, equilibrium price will decrease, and equilibrium quantity traded will increase.